Hey y'all, Katie here. I am super excited because tomorrow at 10 a.m. I am having a very, very cool webinar, and I wanted to get on here live and personally invite you guys to come. It is going to be such a blast. We're going to be talking about the quirks of Amigurumi design and what makes this business niche so much different from the other crochet niches that you could choose. So, some people choose baby stuff, some people choose granny squares, some people choose garments, but the people in my class, if you will, the people who are interested in my class have chosen Amigurumi, and I've chosen Amigurumi, and it is a very different business niche than the others. There's all kinds of weird things that just don't seem to fit. I can remember sitting in meetings in Mastermind, and everybody was sorting out their yearly income, and we were all doing it by quarter, and everybody had kind of like, oh, well, quarter one does this, and quarter four is my big one, and all this stuff. And I was laying out all my stuff, and it was just kind of a straight line across the whole year with a little blip in December. And I was like, what am I doing wrong? I'm breaking something. Like, I can't, something's not working. And in tears, I broke down to poor Pam Grice of BBA and was like, what am I doing that is making me so different? That, like, why are my results so different? And she was like, because your business is so different. Like, look at what I'm making. Look at the stuffed animals that we are making as Ami designers. And why, why are we so surprised when the stuff that other people are doing doesn't work for these goofy, weird, very, very different types of patterns with a very different audience? So I just wanted to come on here. We're going to be talking about that tomorrow on the webinar. That's February 8th, Thursday, tomorrow at 10 a.m. Mountain Time. So in Denver time right here. And I'm going to be doing a webinar all about that. And then on the tail end of the webinar, the doors are going to open for Next Level Amigurumi Design, which is my big flagship course. I love this course. It's making so much difference in so many lives, and that's really, really amazing. The art that's coming out of this course is so cool. It basically, where we start out is we make a whole lot of samples, like a whole lot of samples. Let's check this out. We're going to make a bunch of these, and we've got a whole bunch of other stuff too. Like, you're going to end up making probably 50 samples, 25 samples. And all of them show a type of branching, merging, a shape creation. These are how to create corners in a tube and how they function. You're going to make balls of different sizes that you can use to measure, like examples of how big you want something. And all of these awesome samples are going to come together so that you can write patterns that can make the crazy things that you imagine in your head. I came up with some really wild stuff, and it was stuff that I didn't think I was going to be able to make out of yarn. Especially when I started this, I thought that all amigurumi needed to be like a ball, like they needed to be oval shaped, or they needed to have lots and lots of parts that like you just sewed on in different places. And that's not true. You can make the craziest shapes you can imagine. You can make big curly cues and spirals, and you can, make things branch off of each other. You can take pieces and glom them onto each other and merge them together. There's so many great things that you can do with this art form. And so rather than letting all my fellow Ami designers struggle through learning this process and learning these shapes and methods to do this, I decided that we should put them all together into a course so that we can learn all of these tools and people can start making the things that make them happy and that come out of their imagination and know how to do it and don't have to experiment 100 times. And I apologize. That is my garage door. My office is above my garage. That's one of the amazing things this business has done for me. We were able to move into a really cool house with a big space above the garage and build me a whole studio. And there goes Dash, after whoever just came in the garage. I think it was my son. He's home from school. And so this is a great business and I want other people to be able to do this. And I want other people to skip some of the struggles that I had, some of the learning curve that I had to go through. I want you guys to not break down in tears to your business coach because you don't know what you're doing wrong. I want you instead to have a blueprint for where to go and what to do. And there's my garage organ. So let's see. Somebody's asking, gosh, where were you a few years ago? I did lots of research to get shapes. Yes, thank you. It's not magic. Yeah, I'm sorry that this has taken me a while, but I was learning it. I've been doing this for 10 years now. And I just started doing amigurumi about 6 years ago. And I was flying by the seat of my pants. I was like, I wonder if I can do this and just turn. And then after a while of making a whole bunch of crazy things, making Vincent over here and making Anduin, he's a griffin with big wings. And I made these things and realized, I'm using a lot of the same techniques over and over again to make a whole variety of shapes. Maybe if we just taught all these techniques to people, then people could make the stuff that's in their head. And I want to see what's in your head. That sounds crazy, but I do. This is the coolest niche in the world. We have the unbelievable ability to be universally creative. Like, we can make anything we want to make. Anything. We could just make this out of plush. We could, make my dog out of plush. And we have the ability to do that. And so why not let people make the things in their imagination and we all start sharing them together and really enjoying each other's imaginations. When I first started planning this project, I had a couple people ask me why my head twists and turns. I'm not quite sure. Sorry. So when I first started this project, I had a lot of people ask me why I was teaching people how to design stuffed animals when it is what I do. And they said, aren't you giving away your business to other people? And I was like, well, no, because the griffin I made came out of my head and somebody else is going to make a griffin that is totally different from anything that I would have thought of, or a dragon that is totally different from anything that I could have thought of. And doesn't the world deserve to have all of those ideas? I can't possibly design every dragon that anybody could ever need or want to make because I don't have those ideas. I don't have that imagination. So I will make and continue to make the things that I see in my imagination for you guys. And I really, really hope that you join this course so that maybe I get to see what's in your imagination too. So come to the webinar tomorrow. There's registration. I don't know where it is. It's up above, down below. Facebook does one thing, YouTube does another. And look for that registration link because I put it somewhere. And then register for the webinar and come to that tomorrow because I'm also going to talk about a little course that I created over the last couple months that is specifically for people who want to do this as a business, that details and spends a lot more time on those differences, those things that make Ami so different, and then how we can use them to our advantage and how we can, make them work for us. So it is an Ami-centric business course. It is going to hit you with a lot of mental management and mindset issue stuff, but it is all going to be directed at Ami designers, people that are making three-dimensional stuffed animals or at least three-dimensional shapes as their business because it's different. It really is. And I love it. I wouldn't do anything else. But sometimes realizing how different it is scary. And so I want to help you guys walk through that. Walk through some of the scary stuff and I'll hold your hand. We can go through the scary forest together. So, and I've been there once already, so, at least I know the path. Katie, just tuned in. I love your new studio. Are those white drawers for your yarn? I desperately need to better organize. Yes, so they are little cupboard doors. They open the other way, or else I would show you. I think this one open. But they're little cupboard doors. They're IKEA. Calyx shelves, and they line the whole both sides of my office. And all my yarn is behind all the little doors. And then as you get closer to my desk, it gets far messier, but there are cubbies and things for my safety eyes and sewing equipment and wire and all kinds of other stuff. So, well, I really hope to see everybody at the webinar tomorrow. I hope that you consider coming along with me on this adventure that is NextLevel Ami Design. It's a kick. It's really fun. And it feels like a lot when you're like going, oh my gosh, how many of these samples do I have to make? Like, you know, how many corners are we going to do? But it's worth it because you learn how to do every corner. And then all of a sudden you're making a dragon or you're making something and you go, I want his leg to curve exactly this much. Here's the math real quick and I can just do it. And you don't have to test it. You don't have to see if it works. You don't have to like, well, I hope this is the right amount of curve. You'll know it because you'll have done the math because I'm teaching you how to do that. And you can just do what you want to do from the get-go without all the testing and the yes, so they are cupboards, not actually drawers. So yeah, they are something that comes with, like, you can buy the Calyx shelves and then you can buy the inserts that have the door on them. And then I did swap out the handles. I swapped the handles for little gold ones because I have a whole white and gold thing going on in here. So, but so yes, so I will see you guys all tomorrow at 10 a.m. At the webinar. It is on Zoom. So you will get, if you register for it, you will get an alert an hour before from Zoom, and you'll get an alert from me a couple hours ahead. And I'll get to see everybody then, and then hopefully in class and in the Facebook group for Next Level, and maybe even in the Facebook group for Profitable Plush, which is the new little mini business course. And we're going to have so much fun. So please come along with me and invite me on this ride because I would really, really love to see what your brain can make. So see you later, everybody. Bye.